Hello and welcome back to Coin Lady channel. We're going to speak about a number of topics in this video. We're going to speak about the Fed's Cbdc's Ripple XRP. So let's take a look. Jerome Powell hits again? You ever take note when this man speaks, all of a sudden the markets go red, and it looks like that's going to continue because I think we're going to see a lot more rate hikes as well. No departure ramp for Fed's Powell until he causes a crisis, analysts say. He emphasized that the Fed lacks clarity on the limit of interest rate rises. In the lack of such an economic decline, they have no idea where the peak is yet because they have no idea where inflation settles down with the decline. That's why I said he's going to continue increasing rates. And I already felt like we were in a slump. But it appears like things are going to get much worse. Powell just verified there will be a digital dollar, and he claims a digital dollar can send Bitcoin to zero. US Congressman Stephen Lynch voiced worry Wednesday over the possible effect of a central bank digital currency, urging Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell to contemplate the potential for a tokenized version of the US dollar to snuff out other digital assets. Lynch's remarks came as Powell testified before the House Financial Services Committee fielding a succession of queries about digital assets. He said, "I'm concerned about a number of these stablecoins and other cryptocurrencies," Lynch said. Do they go to zero when we come up with a Cbdc that has the complete faith and credit of the United States behind it? Let me tell you something. The US currency right now is supported by empty promises and a ton of debt. Nothing's really holding it up at this juncture. And no matter what they do with the digital dollar, I don't think it's even going to drive Bitcoin to zero. But think about it. They have to transfer that digital currency in the future from one Cbdc to another. How are they planning to do that? Most certainly using RippleNet. And then with XRP in there as the confidence layer in between two Cbdcs, I still think SWIFT is not going to be the choice of the future. Chair Powell, we have real-time payments in this nation very shortly. Now, I know for a fact he's moving forward with the Cbdc. He prefers to downplay it and say, "I'm not even contemplating that right now." That's a few years off from now. But when you look at this map and you see the United States is in the development phase of a Cbdc, and you look at Russia, who's in a pilot phase, you can guarantee Powell is pressing forward as quickly as he possibly can, because if not, how is he going to stay up with the rest of the world? That's what makes logic to me. And they are going to send that out without a vote, under an emergency scenario. Watch and see. Senior U.S. House Republican says Cbdcs could be weaponized as a political tool, so recent actions from the Biden administration make it obvious they are not only itching to establish a digital currency, but they are ready to sacrifice Americans' rights to financial privacy for surveillance-style. Cbdc Emma addressed an audience at Cato Institute, a libertarian think firm in Washington. He claimed Thursday that a government token could easily be turned into a spying tool, and the US government could program a Cbdc to choke out politically controversial activity. In other words, if you speak against the government, they shut your money off. You go online and you talk against the government, they shut your money off in the future. The positive news is some politicians are beginning to wake up. They want to get legislation out in advance of the Cbdc coming. Crypto companies could face potential class action litigation. Now this is something else, and I can't even believe Gary is proposing this to happen. We think Coinbase, Robinhood and other exchanges have broken the law, and investors who lost money buying coins on their sites may be eligible to recoup those losses, Grady stated in the press release. So in the future, if you were to engage in crypto and you lost money, then you could go back and challenge Coinbase for those losses. That's not going to be helpful for crypto in any manner. Read about it. We went into crypto, we tossed the dice, we were gambling. Today it's much simpler. You have the ISO coins, the purpose-oriented coins. Now you engage in those, you know they have a future. You know that at some point, you're going to earn money on your purchase. But what if you were to step in and invest in a meme and all of a sudden your money drops to zero? Now you could turn around and attack Bitcoin in the future. I don't believe that's right in any manner. Rosalind Leighton-Gensler refuses to engage the retail crypto investors he claims to be defending, and his incoherent everything crackdown on the US financial marketplace only strengthens the idea that his war on crypto is about furthering his career, not what's best for investors, the economy or innovation. And I always felt like Gary cared about himself only, and I'm confident this is all about him earning that big reputation. The man who regulated crypto, the guy who created the crackdown on crypto that'll offer him a better position in the future as far as work once he eventually departs the SEC. Gary Gensler's SEC's playing a game, but not the one you assume Gary and Warren are ruining. We the people's chances stop the greed. Is the SEC overcompensating, or is it something more nefarious at best? The latest round of regulatory crackdowns is a result of the SEC overcompensating for its previous failures, which go much further back than just FTX and Terra. At worst, they are an effort by Gensler to divert us from the fact that he's either dishonest or incompetent and hoping we forget that he met with Bankman-Fried in 2022. What we need to realize is that Quan is still free. So is Bankman released. Yet millions of retail buyers had their life assets wiped out. Where was Officer Gensler then? And that's what you got to concentrate on and always remember. The reality that Bitcoin is free. Sam Bankman-Fried is free, but individual buyers lost every penny. Some of them undoubtedly went completely bankrupt. And, Gary wasn't watching out for those folks when he should have been. Attorney General Letitia James makes the shocking assertion not only of Terra and Luna stocks, but also Bitcoin. Now, I don't know if they are setting the scene for Ethereum to collapse because Gensler referenced Ethereum as a security in the past. Now others are beginning to grasp on with that as well. And I believe that maybe that's going to be the next black swan occurrence inside of crypto. All of a sudden, Bitcoin gets dragged into court. Who knows what's going to happen? But when they are talking about it, you need to pay heed. How did she go from $12 million to $67 million since 2019? These figures seem a tad off. And this is about Elizabeth Warren. I don't know where she earns all of her money, but it seems like an awful amount of it. And I know she's on board with the major institutions. That's who she worries about. Again, she does not care about the individual investor, but she does care about the revenue money that she's going to bring in once crypto eventually gets off. That's what's essential to her. That's why I always believed she should just walk away from crypto at this juncture. Will retail buyers influence the destiny of crypto? Retail buyers play a very significant part in crypto right now. Retail investors refers to individual speculators who purchase and trade cryptocurrencies for their financial accounts. In conventional financial trade battle, retail investors are dubbed Main Street. Comprehensive, comparatively skilled and big buyers are known as Wall Street. In cryptocurrency, individual buyers have been crucial in pushing demand and often enticed by the seduction of moonshot returns from crypto's decentralized freedom of access by anyone with an internet link. This has led to increased usage and approval, helping establish crypto as a legitimate alternative asset class to conventional currencies. Considering Bitcoin retail supply increased 17%, roughly 3.57 million in December of 2022. Last year, the market experienced numerous collapses such as FTX. Nevertheless, merchants were undaunted. This is according to on-chain research company Glassnode, provided by an analyst. Let me tell you something. We were undaunted for a few reasons. Number one, we knew the fall of FTX was made by one individual, not crypto as a whole. And we're capitalists that invest in usefulness and use case. We're cryptocurrency buyers. So we know that this market's going to come around at some point. We are going to earn money. And what's your other choice to spend outside of crypto? Read about it. What are you really going to engage in that's going to offer you life-changing money? There's not many choices out there. And look at inflation is soaring. Most people engage in crypto expecting to get those massive profits to counteract inflation as well. But because we're private buyers, we always want to remain in crypto. We came in as investors, then we got here, we got interested in the groups, we got interested in the films around crypto. Now there's no going back. We learned so much along the road, and that's why we'll always be undaunted. They will label us geniuses. While the whole globe was enjoying a big old party. Few strangers and weirdos saw that. What no one else could. And that's what it was also. We're innovators. We see where XRP is heading in the future, where XRP could be a year, 2 years, 3 years from now. That life-changing fortune that's going to emerge from our money. But it took that idea to get here. And you always got to realize when you're chatting to relatives and friends, most of them don't share the same vision. Me and you share. You know, I come here and I create videos because I know you see what I see. That's what's wonderful about Bitcoin. We had enough foresight to get here. Let's hang on to that. With that said, I'm going to finish up this video. I want to appreciate you all for witnessing. I value all of you viewing my videos. Please like and subscribe my channel. We'll see you in the next one. Bye.